Yes, everyone, hope you're good. So, first things first, I'm going to get into my trades in a minute. But before that, I want to talk about today and what it means in terms of the trades. Because days like today, 2 losses, 1 win, right? That to me says there's nothing more that says other than the probability is working in my favour, just about, right? And the consistency that I'm attacking these charts with is also working out in my favour, because usually, and this is the benefit of this 10 grand account, because it's not a big figure that I've paid for this, there's nothing really on the table. And what this £10,000 account has allowed me to do, along with all the other accounts that I've blown in the past, all these years and whatever else, what I'm finally getting to is being able to be consistent in the market, in terms of I'm finally dialing in and I'm taking all the trades that I'm supposed to do, pretty much getting there, which is something I've really been trying to work on. And it's not necessarily easy. You know, you've had a loss in the morning, you've had a loss later on in the morning, 2% down for the day. You're thinking, forget it. But no. We come back with a clear mind. We wait for the setups to present themselves, and we enter the markets exactly the same, without fear or emotions. And Lord and behold, we win. 2 losses, 1 win. Fair enough. Oh, well, I could have avoided the two losses. But what if there were 2 wins? What if there were 3 wins even? What if they'd won all 3 trades? So the thing is, I could have won all them 3 trades, but it just so happens that, 2 were losers, 1 was a winner. So we're back at break even for the day. But if I was scared to re-enter the markets because I've had 2 losses, then I'd be 2% down for the day. But because I put the emotions to the side and I trusted in the process, and everything that I'm doing I believed in, without being fearful, I brought myself back. And it's days like today which you learn the most about yourself. You learn about being a trader, and you learn what it means to be consistent. No fear. Attack. Don't think about it. Because when you think, you don't do. And there's something which I'm really working on. I really thought today was a great lesson. I'd have loved to have won all 3 trades, or have not lost the 2 and just won the 1. Happy days. That would have been great. But that's not how trading works. It's not how life works. And I know that if I carry on attacking the markets in the same manner, there will be days where I'll have 3 winners for the day. I'm only on a small account, but I've been on this journey for a long time. So what does it matter? Yeah, I want to learn good habits, build good habits, train my mind to think differently. And this was the whole purpose of scaling back. Go with the small account, build great habits in my trading, and just push beyond where I've ever pushed from before. Because I've never pushed like this, in terms of, I'd never have took 3 trades in a day. I'd never have took 2 losses and then gone for another trade. I just wouldn't have done it. But now I am. And it feels good. It feels good to be learning. I'm not obviously the best trader in the world. I'm still in my job. But one thing I do know is that I don't quit. And I'm not a quitter. I didn't put any video out for a bit, but it didn't mean that I wasn't progressing. Now, I'm not particularly got anywhere in terms of money, but I've been learning a lot. And I feel like things are showing in terms of how I'm attacking the markets. I don't want to jinx myself there, but I'm just saying what I'm doing. And it feels good. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. The probability of trading is what will make me. Is that going to work? Going to make me better. Trusting in the probability. Believing in the process. And eventually, the statistics will add up in a positive favour. Anyway, enough waffling. I'll show you the 3 trades now. The 2 losses, the 1 win. I don't think they were bad trades. And yeah, anyway, we'll get into them. Enough waffle. Let's get into it. The 3 trades from today. So, this morning, I come to the charts. At 5, I got up, looking at the charts. Gold was looking good. Now, I actually looked at a different setup originally, and it would have been a winner, of course. But, you know, I didn't take it. And I have took these sort of trades before, and I do quite like them. Now, some people might not agree with me, but what I will do, I'll show you my trade first. I'll show you my trade before I get off on a tangent. This was the trade that I was looking at. So, the 4 hour had closed bullish. Now, I know that the market was pretty overextended. I should probably show you on here so I've not got all my markings everywhere. I know the market was overextended. I could see that clearly. But I thought, you know, we're coming into London Open. Why not see if we can target some of these highs up here? See if we can target these highs. So, I scaled down. I waited for that 4 hour close and looked for my entry. I don't need to do this, but basically, this was my trade here. So I just wait for that pullback, create some structure with a buy stop, and well, that was that. So that was the first loss for the day. No hard feelings, just carried on like you're supposed to. But I wasn't deterred. I moved on to GU later in the day. So GU, let's just budge this on a bit. I've seen some bearish movement in the market. So this was the close. So with this bearish movement in the market, I thought that you know, we're pushed up for a bit. We've had a bearish engulfing. You know, I thought, why not look for another sell, see if we can get some continued sell pressure. Anyway, you know the score. I went to take the trade. You know, I look for structure to form. This is the new 4H creating a wick, looking for the momentum to kick in. And I was aware that we could get a double bottom here, and you know, hey ho, we get taken out. So that was 2 losses for the day. So I was thinking, well, it's 2 losses. It is what it is. Let's see what happens later on in the day. So what I did notice, let's just go on to this. What I did notice was price had pulled back into this area here. So we had this bearish move into this level, and then the next 4H closed bullish. So I was thinking, well, structure's pushing up, high highs, higher lows, high high, higher low. Why not look for some buy continuations? It felt like a good trade to take. I wasn't particularly too worried about these levels. It's beyond that. So scaled down. Went into our 5 minute. We looked for our entry, and as you can see, oh yeah, I just need to move on here. So as you can see, just get that on dead quick. This was the trade. So we've been failing to break lower. We had that bullish 4 hour candle close. All I wanted to see now was for the market to pull back, create a bit of structure, a wick on the new 4H, and then for the bullish momentum step back in to trigger us in with a buy stop. And we got triggered in with the buy stop. Seen a bit of drawdown. Now I actually did go break even on this because it was 1-to-1. Never got tagged out at break even. Quite fortunate. You know, we sat around that level for a long time. I trusted in the process. Again, nearly got took out at break even. I did take a screenshot to show you how close it was on my MetaTrader. Now, the price must have been slightly different because honestly, it was close. But anyway, you know, we trusted in the process, and we've sat in this for a while. I thought, let's hold, let's keep going. Boom, we got that 1-to-2. Great trade. I mean, look at the structure. I mean, if you scale down onto the 1 hour, you probably see it a little bit better. Not particularly, actually. But this is the beauty of the higher time frame analysis. Bullish move. We wait for that reversal for the market just to have a bit of a breather. Bullish momentum, step back in, looking to get them buy continuations. We look for the bullish momentum. We look for price to create a wick for us to place our stop loss below the wick in anticipation that we're going to get that continuation. And that's what we got. And it was a great trade. Absolute beauty of a trade. I'll show you my metrics now, actually. There we are. This is the account. 5 trading days. Look. This is it from today. As you can see here, 21st, 21st, 21st. First loss this morning. These times are wrong. This was the first loss on gold. This was the second loss on GU. And this was the third trade, the winner, which brought us back to being 1% up on the account. Where does it say that? It says it somewhere. Just shy of 1% up. No, 1,088. Oh no, that's not even it. Where is it? I don't even know. It doesn't matter. Doesn't it matter? It says it somewhere anyway. You can see there, we're just up. So, enough waffling. But today was a beautiful day. I absolutely loved the fact that I had 2 losses in a win, to be honest. It's made me buzz about it because I'm just happy with the consistency and believing in the process, trusting in the process. What a day. These are the days where you learn and grow as a trader, where you develop. You learn a lot about yourself, what's possible. And yeah, nothing else really to say there. It was a great day on the charts. We continue to trust the process and we continue to learn and grow every single day. Got 2 trading days left of the week, Thursday, Friday. Let's see how we end the week. Hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Just me checking in, showing you the progress as always. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Bye bye.